Hey, what's up? This is Rebel Pilot RTS coming back to you with another Battlefield 2 commentary video. And today we're going to be taking a look at an online matchup. This is Helldeer 101 and Loser Haas versus 3 enemies. And we've got one spawning as Gondor. My ally is also spawning as Gondor. We have a Dwarven Citadel as well as a Goblin Citadel up here. So right off the bat, I am going to be starting off with a Goblin Cave immediately to start spamming as many troops as I can, as well as a spider pit to put on pressure of the enemy. Gondor, on the other hand, the enemy Gondor is spawning a barracks as well as an archery range. That's going to be tough to deal with, as they will be able to spam out a ton of units in the beginning of the game. My ally is opting for the barracks, which will be very efficient as well. And it does look like he's going for Boromir as well, so that's going to be very helpful later on in the game. The dwarves, on the other hand, they are immediately spawning men onto the field, as well as an archery range to deal a ton of damage with those axe throwers. Right off the bat, also the Gondor enemy has 2 men on the field right within 1 minute of the game. I do have a mine coming up, a couple of mines, as well as an additional barracks being built. 4 goblins in the queue for me immediately, as well as 2 spiders to try and put pressure. Right off the bat, dwarves are going to just immediately go on the attack. Let's see what they're going to do. They're going to try and go for the barracks, try and take it down. Men, on the other hand, has a ton of units on the battlefield already. 4 right off the bat. 2 archers and 2 Gondor swordsmen units. And here come my spiders now. They're trying to make their way through the goblin lair. I do have some additional units as well building up my army, and we are going to try and take down this mine here. The spiders are in aggressive stance, so they're going to do additional damage. Try to take out this farm, and we are going to get that. That's going to be a good pickup for the base, our base power points here. I am going to try and get that farm eventually as well. Look at my army that I am building. Gondor also has a big army. He's opted for Faramir and Boromir, the 2 brothers. He continues to spam out additional units. And as you can see, we are attacking farms to try and gain as many power points as we can. It's a little battle between the goblins and the dwarven swordsmen. The dwarven swordsmen here, dwarven guardians, also have a ton of health and armor, so they're going to actually mow right through those. And here comes my army. A big attack by me at the men's base. We are going to be trying to take out his barracks here. Big attack on his archery range here. My spiders are dealing a ton of damage. That was a very good rebuild. His archer support is going to be very good. Big dwarf army moving in on the goblins. That's going to deal a ton of damage. And here comes Helldeer 101. He is going to try and take out a lot of these archers here. Big spam coming in. Use of the arrow volley here to take out those archers. Very good. Big attack on his base right off the gate. I am using the poison swords to deal damage over time. But in the meantime, a big invasion on Helldeer 101's base. He's got to defend this. Looks like he lost a builder cart, and he's got to do as much defending as he possibly can. He does use an arrow volley here. That's going to be very efficient. Big damage coming out of his base by these swordsmen. And let's go back to the battle here. We are winning this battle here just because of how many we spam. This Faramir spam is going to be good against these Gondor swordsmen. My reinforcements are coming in. I have a bunch of additional units coming in as well. And in the meantime, the dwarf army is pushing on the goblin base. This is going to be a big pickup for the dwarf army. They're definitely going to win this one, as they have too many units on the field. We are trying to take down his archery range that was just built. Big attack by us, and it looks like this is going to be the final for this. There we go. We have just defeated this enemy. So now Boromir has his leadership and his Horn of Gondor, which is going to be extremely useful. Now, look at this. The goblins are holding. The goblins are holding the fortress. The fortress has not gone down. They are dealing a ton of damage, and this tainted land that just came up is going to give them a ton of armor. Lots of units in the queue. He is upgrading it, as well as spamming more additional units. Now look at my army. I'm moving in on the dwarfs on the upper units, trying to deal as much damage to these mines as I can to get the power points that I need. The Gondor army is recovering in his base, and it looks like he's going to be moving up. And in the meantime, the goblin base is almost down. He's dealing a ton of damage to it, but somehow Goblins is holding this. I think it's the additional armor provided by this tainted land. Oh, and here comes my army. Big attack by me on the dwarves of the upper area of the map. And my spiders are going to be coming in. Again, you want to focus on these mines if you have the spiderlings because it gives you a ton more power points. I'm heading right for the fort. Oh, it looks like War Chant was just used to provide me additional damage. Insane amount of damage coming out by these goblins and these spiders. I'm going for the forge. I don't want him to get forged blades with those axe throwers. That could be a big problem against goblins. Now I've seen the additional archery range that was just built, and I'm trying to take that out as well. Here come my reinforcements. I just got the barracks down, but look how many groups of axe throwers he has here. Despite me having this war chant, it might actually demolish my army. It looks like it is. I have defeated a lot of his units, as well as I might get this builder here. I do. The Gondor army is trying to rebuild as he is building this well, which will heal all of his units. Look at these axe throwers. And in the meantime, a big attack by me. This is my Corsairs that I have spawned to try and take down his archery range, and it looks like I'm going to be able to. But the dwarf army has summoned the Men of Dale for the support. My spiders were harassing his base here, and they've gone down because of that. Look at all of this archery units that I can't do too much about it. The fort is almost down. It's got about 5% health left, and as well as the barracks, they've got phalanx in the queue. And the base has almost got down, and now dwarf is going to move in on me. I am recovering. I have a few decent amount of recovery units. He has the well up, so he is going to be healing. Now it looks like he's going to move in. And yeah, dwarf is building up some of his power points by taking out the goblins' mines. But here I come. The dwarves and goblins are fighting against each other. I'm trying to take out the fort. It's got so little health left, but there's too much archery support. He still has his Men of Dale from before, and I'm just getting mowed down by all of these axes. There's not much I can do. I think my strategy was to just go straight for the fort and try to get it down. But in the meantime, big attack coming in from Heldir 101. Trying to do as much damage to these barracks as possible. Where is his Boromir? Here's his Faramir. He's a little worried about this troll, but he is charging right into his tower guard, which will be able to take him down. The horn was just used. Look at it, stunned his entire army, and now he's going to be using a lot of these archers to just mow him down. Here come my spiders. They're going to try and finish the job on the fortress here. They're moving in. Boromir is doing a ton of damage. That was a good horn that he was able to use. And hopefully the fort will go down, and it looks like it has. That was a good pickup and good teamwork there. And immediately, we are going to start... Oh, in the meantime, it looks like he's getting attacked by goblins here. I'm trying to support him as best as I can with the poison blades. He's lost his turret on his base there, but this should be good. The swordsman versus the spearman is a good matchup there. And right off that, we are going to move in to his base. He does not have much left. His fort was taken down earlier by the dwarfs, but he stayed in the game. Big troll coming in here. It is going to be a problem. Trolls are very powerful against goblins, especially if you're lumped together like this. Here come my spiders, though. I'm just trying to focus this. There is a mountain giant in the queue. Trying to do as much damage as possible. And finally, the barracks goes down. The Gondor army is sitting here trying to recapture the barracks here, as we are almost about. But here comes the giant. Is it going to be enough to take out my army? He's trampling as much as he can. I use War Chant on this to try and take it down, and there it is. Finally, the game is over. It was a close game, but in the end, we came out victorious. Constant action, constant fun. The Battle for Middle-earth 2. The greatest real-time strategy game ever created.